Hello, my name is Arianna Carducci and today I will show you my presentation for the Python program that we had to make for the Python laboratory, and I chose to present the second question of the laboratory. So here is my code. So in the second question of the laboratory we were supposed to create a program that will calculate the BMI of a user's basically, which is this formula: the weight divided by the height elevated by 2. So how do we make it? First of all, we need to get the information from the users, which is their weight and their height, because again we need that to calculate the BMI. How do we make it? First of all, we make these two variables, weight and height, by using the input function. In the first case we ask the kilograms for the weight, and in the second case we ask the height in meters for the input of height. And to be sure that we get the correct form for our calculations, we need to also transform, in the first case, the input into an integer for the weight and the input for the height into a floating number. Then before we can go to the next to put the formula and calculate the BMI, we need to import the POW function from math, which will help us to calculate the exponentiation number of the height. Now we can, after importing POW function, we can finally write the variable for to calculate the BMI, which will be variable weight divided by the POW of the variable height. So the POW, as I said, helps to make the variable height into an exponentiation. So to calculate the exponents, basically. So now that we have our formula, we can use our conditional statements to check the BMI and determine in which BMI our user falls into. So in my case I used if and elif, which are the conditional statements. I didn't use else. So in the first case, if the BMI is equal or less than 18.5, then my program will print or will show to the user that they are underweight. Then in the second case, using elif, if the BMI is between 18.5 or 24.99 or equals this number, it will print and show that you are normal weight. Again, if the BMI is between 24.99 and between 29.99 or equal, it will show the user that they are overweight. And lastly, if the BMI is equal to 30 or more than that, it will print that you have obesity. So this is my program. Now we can run it to check it. So the first question: hi, what's your weight in meters? This is the input, the first input. We will write 55. And what's your height in meters? Again, this is meters, so 1.60, for example. And this is the reason why we put the float. Your normal weight will be the answer, the printing. Now we can run it again to make sure that it's not just it prints every question, every conditional statement. So at the question what's your weight in kilograms, we can put 80, and meters again 160, and will tell us that we have obesity. Or in another case, again, what's your weight in kilograms, we can put 40 and 160, and it will be your underweight. And lastly, we can say 70 probably, and 160, it will show that you're overweight. So here we have all our conditions and all our prints, and this is the code. Thank you.